Well, good morning, you lovely people. And I think the question on everybody's minds right now is, did the modification I made to the cushions just behind me here on the rock and roll bed, did it make a difference? The answer is...
Sometimes the weather dictates whether you go out in your camper van or not. And while some of you may not even entertain the thought of going out in your camper during winter, I, on the other hand, couldn't resist wrapping up warm and heading out. The lure of potentially getting some epic photographs and then sitting by a warm campfire in the evening was just too great. Stay tuned for the all-important campsite tour later on, and if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button if you like this kind of content. And my first destination of the day is...
Rydal Caves, and I'm hoping to get a few nice photographs, so follow me. Nice.
I don't know about you, but I find it incredibly peaceful getting out early in the morning. You feel like you have the whole place to yourself. It gives me good thinking time, space to be creative, and because I'm self-employed, technically it's a team meeting and an outdoor bonding exercise.
So this is the first cave of another one where it just looks absolutely stunning. I'm only whispering because if I shout loud, it goes, oh! It's proper, isn't it? I don't think there's any photographs to be getting in here, although it's really ace to come and check it out. I can't wait for the next cave. The next cave is the one that I'm looking forward to the most, so follow me to the next one. I can't wait. Nice!
Rydal Cave is a super large cavern on the north side of Lowrig Fell above Rydal Water. This famous Lakeland beauty hotspot is actually man-made as a result of slate quarrying. Nice! And here's a picture I took of the caves which I think looks like a butterfly one way.
So I'm on another adventure, and if you've not already guessed by now, I'm in the Lake District, my stomping ground. Love it. I'm really glad I came to see Rydal Caves. I've not seen them before. It's been on my list of things to do. I think I've got some nice photographs in there. I don't know. I think I've got some nice photographs on the way up. I don't know. It's a nice little walk up, a pretty straightforward path. It was pretty treacherous today because obviously the ice and snow and stuff, but I think usually it's just a normal straightforward path. So yeah, come and see it if you come over this way. I'll put a link in the description below to the postcode for this place as well, so you can come and check it out. It's only about 9 o'clock. I'm going to go back to the van, get the kettle on, go get warm, and then head off to my next destination of the day, which will be Bassenthwaite Lake.
Obviously I meant Bassenthwaite Lake, but we'll just gloss over that. Okay, nice. I struggled to get out of the car park as I think I was stuck in a pothole, but eventually I managed to break free and head out on the icy roads towards Bassenthwaite Lake with the hopes of getting some more epic photographs. The snow and ice just makes everything look more epic. The Lake District really is a completely different place with a bit of the white stuff on the fells.
So I've arrived at Bassenthwaite viewing point. I've parked in the car park, but I'm not confident that there's going to be a photograph opportunity. When I was driving over, there were so many beautiful lakes that were glass perfect and looked amazing, great reflections, but this one is literally right on the A66, and you've got to cross a perilous journey of doom to get across to it. Oh, no cars. Bassenthwaite Lake viewing point, lovely. No, there's nothing here for me photograph wise. The sun's a bit too high as well, so it's a bit misty. I bet you, first thing in the morning, this is beautiful. Slightly serious moment, this is not acceptable. You can't come and wild camp in the Lake District and leave your stuff. There's drinks cans, there's a tent, there's a bag, and it's just been left there. Part of me wants to take it and bin it, but the other part of me thinks, what if it's somebody's and they're coming back to it and they need to sleep in it tonight, and then I've taken it and it's their only shelter? I don't know. As soon as I drove past Keswick, it was like it's never snowed. I mean, there's no snow, nothing at all. All the frost and snow on the road stopped, and it just became a pleasure to drive. I were a little bit concerned that I wouldn't been able to get to my destination at the campsite, because I thought, oh, maybe, you know, the B roads would be horrible. But no, the snow just disappeared. So I'm quietly confident that we're going to get to the campsite with no problems. But yeah, just really, really bizarre that. Let's get back to the van and head up to the campsite. Oh, nice. A nice chilled campsite visit today, and we'll give you a campsite tour when we get there as well.
Although the majority of the drive over was snow and ice free, I didn't get away with it lightly. The ice was thick and there were a few hairy moments. I sadly didn't record them as I was concentrating trying not to crash and making sure I wasn't going to need a change of underwear every 5 minutes. After checking in and chatting with the lovely campsite owner, I was told that I could choose any pitch I liked. This in itself isn't an issue, and lovely that I had a choice. However, given the choice, I always find myself spending way too long picking the perfect pitch and moving the van several million times. Please tell me it's not just me. Eventually choosing my pitch, I began to set the van up for my evening stay. I was one of about 3 people staying that night, and this is one of the reasons I like to come camping during the winter time. I do like the hustle and bustle of a busy site, but for me, I look forward to having a handful of breaks during winter where I can utterly relax and enjoy the peace and quiet, albeit a tad colder than the British summertime.
I think that's frozen.
It's also not escaped me that the music I've chosen for this section is a little 1970s special video, shall we say. I think Nigella Lawson would be proud of my pot noodle creating skills with this music in the background.
Oh, pot noodle and a coffee. Nice, let's just let the pot noodle do its cooking. Oh, it's so lovely to have a cup of coffee, especially after you've been cold all day. The drive over from Bassenthwaite was a little bit hairier than I wanted it to be, because it sent me over the tops. I think if I'd have been coming straight from Leeds, I'd have gone round the M6 and coming over the top, which is probably where it'll send me home tomorrow. But yeah, it was super icy. Beautiful, absolutely stunning, but super, super icy. If that wind gets up, it'll just burn through my logs. And I don't want to be sat here at 7:30 with no wood. So that's what she said. And so I bought another bag. They've given me a massive bag, and it was only £6. Check this. All that. And having a quick look at it, it's properly dry as well. So yeah, happy days with that. The campsite owner did say that there was a trail that you can walk around the whole of the campsite. So I might do that. I don't know. I can still see the moon. That's lovely. Hello, moon. Is my pot noodle ready yet? I don't know. Right, I'm going to eat my pot noodle, and while I'm eating my pot noodle, time for your campsite tour. Enjoy.
Stay tuned as I go on a little wander later and find some more facilities that this campsite has to offer.
Wallace Lane Farm, just outside Wigton in the Northern Lakes, is a huge campsite with a lot to offer. Reception is near the entrance of the campsite, and it also has plenty of supplies and essentials you may need during your stay, including fire pits to hire and logs of wood priced at £6 per bag. This site is massive, and it has pitches for tents, camper vans and larger motorhomes. It also has a few lovely lodge type dwellings for those who don't yet have a tent or camper van. The lodges come with barbecues, fire pits and hot tubs too. Nice. The hard standing pitches were level, very spacious and well maintained, each with their own water tap or tap close by. There are a few waste areas dotted around with recycling and a fire pit or barbecue coal disposal bin. There is also more than one Elson point on site, so you're not far from one if needed. Depending on which field you're in, there are several toilet and shower blocks. All of them were very clean and well maintained. Every time I went for a wander around the site, I seemed to stumble on another shower block. A great idea, as I'm guessing it gets busy in the height of the summer season. Similarly to the toilets and showers, there are plenty of pot wash areas, some indoor and some outdoor, but plenty to go around if the site gets busy. One extra service that sets this site apart from many of the sites I've visited is that you can hire a hot tub pitch. Yes, you heard correctly, a hot tub pitch. The cost for a hot tub pitch, and I've said hot tub pitch too many times, is £100 a night, reduced if you stay for more than one night, and I think it's a lovely addition as this option is something a little bit different. There's also a ferry walk to keep the younger campers occupied, that's about a mile long around the site. The cost for my stay, including electric hookup, was just £30. Check-in for camping is from 1 PM and check-out is 12 PM. I really enjoyed my stay here at Wallace Farm, and we've already been chatting about potentially coming back this summer. Right, let's get those logs chopped up.
I've got my big coat on. I think -2 warrants putting my big coat on. I've got my stall set up. Now I don't know whether any of you do this, but I like to make sure that everything's within reach before it gets dark. So I've got my table to my left, I've got the wood to the right, I've got my fire pit in front of me, and I've got like a spare box of wood just off there. As soon as I set the fire pit going, I'll shut the door, but that's not too far behind me now. Tongs are ready to go, they're just underneath the fire pit. I've got water at the moment, but that will soon be beer, I am sure. Freaking massive airplane! What? What's that? I tried to get a better shot of it, but it's just a dotting distance. I really want it to come back round again. Oh, so I've come on a bit of a wander and I found a fairies trail. There's some little bits and stuff. Great if you've got little kids to keep them occupied. This is lovely. There's all little toadstools and things like this on the, look, this is cute. All around this little bridge over troubled waters. Look at that. Lovely. And they've got loads of solar panels just down there. Look at that. You'll be able to keep your van going for days on that. So I'm guessing this is another field for campers. Ace. For like people who have got tents and stuff. Yeah, it says plot 68. Bloody hell. This is massive. Yeah, 64, 65. This place is massive. I found another field with more electric hookups and more plots. Just genuinely, this place is vast, and there's more facilities as well. I think this is a lodge. Oh no, oh what? I found another facilities block. I think because this place is so massive, they have to cater for a load of people, and I think that's brilliant. So we've got some more pot wash in here. There's even more showers. Look, all the way down here. More showers, more showers. Even a hairdryer for the quiff. Microwave. Lovely. Fridge, freezer, oh, and these, look. So these lockers are for charging phones, laptops, and are locked by £1 coin. Oh, so it's like when you're at the sports centre and you're getting changed and you've got lockers, so you can put them in there. A little plug socket in there, there's a USB-C on it, a normal USB, a standard plug socket there. You get your quid back as well. That's good. So I'm going to continue my walk around the campsite, and if I find anything interesting, I'll show you. Lovely. One thing you don't get very often in campsites are electric vehicle chargers. Now, no matter what you think about electric vehicles, it's nice to have them as an option on a campsite if you do have one. There are more pitches with hot tubs. How ace is that? So these guys have booked a hot tub with their van. Oh, happy, happy days. There is so much more to this site, and filming it all would have meant that video was an hour long. So why not book this campsite and have a look with your own eyes? Like with all of my campsite visits, they're not sponsored, it's just me visiting them and showing you what they have to offer. Now, it's definitely beer and fire pit time.
Some of you will know that I've done a bit of DIY Amp Van recently, and I've just changed the cushions on the rock and roll bed to memory foam. This is the first night away testing to see whether the bed is comfortable or not. So I shall let you guys know in the morning as to how comfortable it is. But hopefully after adding this additional memory foam, it's going to make it a bit more comfortable to go to sleep on. Fingers crossed, eh? Fingers crossed.
Inevitably, my stomach told me that I needed to eat, and before I had my second beer and decided to myself that making dinner wasn't necessary, I thought it would be best to crack on and get cooking. I made a simple curry with a patak sauce. However, cooking outside wasn't exactly going to plan.
You'll have noticed that I've had to move the pan inside because the wind is blowing out the burner. And not only that, this gas, I don't know if it's too cold, but it burns for a bit, and I have to take it out, shake it, put it back in again, and then it burns for a bit and then goes down again, so it could be induction hob time. Thank the Lord for the induction hob. Honestly, it's properly like get me out of jail free card. Oh, eventually dinner time. My Lord, that took ages to do. Well, that's dinner done, and it was really nice, despite the stress of having to swap over the two hobs halfway through making it. It's just my Yorkshireman. We've had these gas canisters for about 2 years, and I'm like, there's still gas in them, there's still gas in them. Clearly they're done, so I need to go buy some more. It just pains me to buy things when stuff should still work.
I sat and chilled next to the fire pit for the next few hours, and I was toasty and warm, especially with my dry robe and beer jacket on. At one point I decided to look up, and there were so many stars I couldn't resist grabbing my camera for some van and star photography. They're not the greatest photographs in the world, but I really enjoy taking them.
Right then, it's time to go to bed. I'm absolutely shattered. I've been up since 5 this morning. It says -6 on the thermometer, so I think it's time to come in, get warm with the heater, get into bed and get some shut-eye. So I shall see you guys in the morning. Take care, see you, goodbye. Well, good morning you lovely people, and I think the question on everybody's minds right now is, did the modification I made to the cushions just behind me here on the rock and roll bed, did it make a difference? The answer is absolutely, yeah, it did, totally did. It was a game changer. It's kind of like a permanent mattress topper now, a memory foam one. So if you've got an old mattress that you've got memory foam in, take it out, shove it in your rock and roll bed cushions, and you're laughing, and then you don't have to carry around with you a mattress topper. I think that's an absolute game changer for me, because a mattress topper, although they are good and there's plenty of them out there, take up valuable space in your van. Now I don't have to carry one at all. So yeah, happy days, had a wonderful sleep. Woke up super refreshed this morning. It's very, very cold. It's still about -2, -3. It got down to -11 last night. Ridiculous, I know. But I was toasting warm in the van. I had the fan heater. I had that on a thermostat control, so that kicked in as and when it dropped down to a certain level, which I thought was lovely. I had my fleece blanket and all my usual cushions and the hot water bottle as well, which was proper lovely. Sorry about the engine noise. I've just got the engine running just to warm it up a bit before I set off on my merry way. It's about 100 miles now to travel, and hopefully the roads are clear and all right. It were a bit treacherous yesterday, as you probably saw in the video, but yeah, it's rocking. It's time to go, and thank you so much for watching this week's video. Take care, and I shall see you guys on the next adventure. See you, bye bye. Stuck. You got your camera in your hand. Whoa. Right, fuck off. That was Rydal Caves. Have I already done it now then, everybody? I don't know. Not getting watched, that's fine. There's people. Get over that way. This, is literally a perilous journey of doom. Just do that bit again, because I want looking at the camera lens. They have to. So massive I need to pull. And look what I found, another block for facilities. Wait a minute, let's just do it again. I found another facilities block, and I think just because this campsite is so massive and can't get in the door. And look what I found, another. Bloody hell. In fact, they're more pitches with hot tubs. Right, I don't know if you can see me.